Well, hello, boys and girls. We're back once again. Reality Skewed Gamers lunchtime stream. Hope everybody had a good night. We had a great stream yesterday, and we're glad to have you all back as we continue on with these streams in the afternoon, so everybody can enjoy their lunch, enjoy it with us. And of course, joining me as always is, of course, the one and only Dr. Finn, medicine woman himself, the troll extraordinaire. Dr. Finn, what's going on, buddy?
Good afternoon, everyone, and good morning, Bimasu.
That's right. Good morning, Bimasu. I hope the spam is good and plentiful, and it is filling your belly.
And it's good to see Keyboard in a good mood today.
Well, yeah, yesterday she wasn't, but we made sure she got lots of hugs. So couldn't get her any food, but we gave her the hugs, Finn.
Mm-hmm.
We were 1 out of 2.
And of course, she writes, "I'm hungry."
No, Keyboard, stop. All right, Keyboard. Now you're gonna make us angry because we're trying here, Keyboard. We can't do everything for you. And I think she's taking the place of Darth Nihilus as the hungriest soul in the universe.
Mm-hmm.
Learned last night, yeah. Because she's Keyboard the Planet Eater.
Yeah, she is.
Right. But unlike Nihilus, she won't eat everything, just some things.
Yeah, she doesn't like to eat people.
Right.
Or puppies.
Or puppies.
People
right.
or puppies.
Right.
She avoids
those. Anything that cuddly things, she's not going to eat.
Correct.
So, I mean, that's a positive sign, So, so I've got the game open. I haven't done anything. I was up late working on homework after the stream, and then I don't have time for anything, so I'm doing my stuff as we get going. If you guys have questions that you would like us to answer, please send in your questions now. Finn will scoop them up and we'll get to them. What else?
So I'll do this right now. I'll let everyone know. So I have 48 Cantina energy. I've been running speed mod challenges this entire week and gotten crap. So I'm going to do 3 more now.
Right.
And let's see if I can get speed secondaries.
Let's see if you can do it. Let's see if you can do it, Finn.
Come on, speed secondaries. Give me something.
Come on,
something.
No whammies for Finn.
None. Crap. One of them is a 3-dot mod.
Right.
And the other 2 don't have speed. One of which is gray and the other one is green with the crit chance secondary.
Right. Okay, good. Okay.
More credits. So old.
All
Why
right.
can I get speed secondaries?
And once again, we've been hosed.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I got 6 Sith Trooper shards, though that was awful. Let's try again. No whammies. 10. So at this rate, in 5 years, I'll be done with Sith Trooper.
Ooh, stun guns in the shard shop.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, let's see how well my luck is doing. Let me see here. I'm going for the ships. Let's see. Ships. Okay, let's do Reaper first. See.
I got no Falcon today. I got 3 Reaper, and then I got 1 Kylo today.
Right.
So happy with the Reaper performance, sad about the other stuff. And of course, 0 Zetas. I didn't get anything.
1. Okay. God damn it.
Zeta challenges are very,
the hate
very...
is Finn. I mean, I can't really explain this other than the hate is strong.
Oh, and of course, in the mod shop, there is a mod with a speed secondary and it's purple. A purple with a speed secondary. And of course, it's a Mark 1. It's a 1-dot mod. Of course it is.
An uno dato por favor.
I am not touching that one. That's why.
I don't know Nancy Kerrigan. I can't help you. Oh Lord. Okay. I'm just doing my activities. I don't think we have really anything to pimp today. We didn't get any big major news.
Not yet.
And them fixing Marauder, yada yada yada.
So we have no information on this whatsoever. Okay. But if you look at the events table, there is a gap between the end of the credit heist and when the assault battles start. Right? Except if you have, I think the Marauder event is still going for, the rest of the week. So that thing is still available. But I think today may be a good day if they want to drop some information. So it's possible there's something dropping later today. Doc Ariok was suspecting this earlier, that maybe today they're going to drop some news around 2. So.
Oh, sure. And we'll be there to respond. Sorry, you're not getting away from us, CG. We're on your butt like, well, someone who's on someone's butt. I don't know.
So it's just pure speculation, but it's possible that there's something dropping later today, just with the way that the events and everything are set up.
Word.
And Danilo Papayas was asking how your credit heist was. I got 1.5 again for the 3rd straight credit heist in a row.
Let me do it now. Let's go see how. It's all right. We're going for big money, Finn. Big money time.
Forget about big money. Just aim for 5 million. I've gotten 4 million the last 3 times.
No, you gotta think. You gotta think positive. Big money.
No, you can't think positive.
Big money. I want big money.
You're gonna get 1.5.
Why does it always put on this? No.
You're asking for trouble if you're hoping for best with the credit
big
heist.
Money. We need big money. I gotta buy keyboard. I gotta buy her some food.
Yes, that's true. Do it for keyboard. Let us feed the children.
Supply of marshmallows. All right, here we go. We're going in. I love it when these can be simmable. Come on. Just keep shooting. Kill him. Kill them. Shoot them. Quickly.
Whammy, no whammy.
All right, here we go. We're going into the final round. I'm betting it all, Trebek.
I'll take anal.
Come on, big money. Big money, G. Come on, big money.
Vito Anto got even more.
2.5. Okay.
What did you get?
2.5. So first one's 2.5. All right, let's try
That's
it again.
That's fine. It's not a 1.5.
Let's try it again. We're going to try it again.
Vito Anto got completely screwed. He said he got 3 million total today, so he got double 1.5.
Oh, Jesus.
I've had that before, too. It's an awful feeling.
That just makes... Oh, God.
Yep. See, this is what I'm telling you. You don't hope for the best. You just hope for 2.5s. That's all you hope for. You hope for 2.5. Anything better than that is gravy.
That's why you're a bad man, Finn. All right, come on. Here we go. Come on. Keep killing them. Keep killing them. I feel big money. Come on, big money. All right, we're rolling the dice. Here we go.
I kind of want to
the final encounter. Here we go.
Cup. Go Cup. Go Team Cup.
Come on. We got to feed keyboard. Come on, big money, please. Big money. Oh, 2.5. So 5 million, standard, Yeah.
Standard for you. It's been 4 million has been standard for me.
No, pretty much, yeah. Don't worry. I've got that other one before, and I'm just like, oh, you were some filthy, rotten bastards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely bad. Definitely 20 minutes of Wapner. Okay, so we were able to get that done. Good. Okay, 5 million. Not bad. It's standard. Just, I was hoping for some big money. Sorry, keyboard. I couldn't feed you the world. You'll have to.
Not even like.
What's that, Finn?
5.
Did I lose you?
Almost nothing.
Oh, there you are.
Huh?
Wait a second. What's going on with Skype? You can hear me, right?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. You cut out for a second. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah. We need more credits to feed the keyboard. That's what it comes down to.
Okay. Well, we got 65 people watching us right now. Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate you. Hope everyone's having a good lunch. Join us in our RSG time while we play the game.
I'm having water for lunch because I'm going to the gym as soon as we're done with the stream.
That's right. And hydration is very important, Finn.
Well, I was going to go in the morning, but I woke up to a bunch of emails and my back is still kind of sore from yesterday. So I figured I'd wait until the afternoon and let it rest up a little bit, and then I was going to go. My legs are still kind of noodly too, so I'm probably going to do the elliptical instead of the treadmill.
The old noodly leg theory. We're not buying it, Finn.
No, it's true, because my knees aren't all that great. So when I run 5-6 miles in a day, they start to wear a little bit. I can usually just put one of those simple braces on it, and I'm fine. But I'm not going to bother with that. I'm just going to do the elliptical, not put any pressure on my knee because I have to go somewhere this weekend. So
yes,
I won't be there for Jedi Academy, by the way. I'm letting you know on the stream.
Oh, now you tell me.
Yep.
Thanks, Finn. Well, I won't be there either. I guess there's no Jedi Academy then.
I have a baby shower to go to. So, all right, we do have
baby
questions.
Shower.
It's one of my friends from med school. So her family lives in Miami, so I'll be going down there, and she's having a boy, her first boy. And so I'm going to be seeing her before she goes back to actually near the Atlanta area, which is where she's at.
And does she have lots of single friends that you can hook up with?
I do not know. She's tried to hook me up before. It's not. She's tried.
So there's two things in life I have to accomplish now. One is, of course, feed keyboard, and the other one is to basically get Finn married. So I mean, I got a lot of stuff on my plate. It's kind of daunting, but I promise you guys I won't give up. Never give up, never give in.
All right. So let's go ahead with some questions that we have now.
Sure.
So the first question is from Andrew Wallach. And the question
that's a new name, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's a new name. So welcome, Andrew.
Welcome.
And the question is, anyone seen the Rex Lead Wampa team, where it's a Rex Lead, Wampa, Old Ben, Shore Trooper, and Talzin? What are your opinions on this team, and how viable do you think it is?
I have not heard of that team, and therefore I do not know its viability. Have you heard of this, Finn?
No, I haven't seen it either, and it sounds strange to me because Wampa is not really gaining anything. I might be missing something, but I don't see the huge benefit of Wampa on that team because there's no damage over time effects. Because I don't think plague counts as a damage over time effect. So if it works, I'm missing something. I haven't analyzed this team well enough to know exactly how it works, but it seems kind of odd to me. None of the characters are particularly fast, so your team will likely go second, no matter what. Especially when you have Rex Lead and not Talzin. I don't know. I haven't seen this team. So Andrew Wallach is saying that plague keeps the dots from being cleansed. You're right. There's just no dots. I mean, you only have really. I'm trying to think. Wampa can do it with his basic, but that's pretty much it. So you're not getting a lot of dot effect out of it. The other thing is,
look at it, but I've not seen it.
Yeah, I don't see it either. Because the other thing is, you don't need to necessarily worry about that, because if you're facing like an Emperor Palpatine team, let's say, they're going to run a Shore Trooper. Shore Trooper, when he taunts, is going to heal, and when he heals, all the plagues are going to fall off. So, I feel like if this team works, it's great. I'm missing something if it works, because I don't see the synergy with it for it to work. I just see a lot of turn meter gain with Rex, which you can do a lot of times. You put some taunters on there, you put a Rex, you can throw some damage dealers, which is kind of a standard combination. It's just, I don't know how well they work together, and I would assume that there's better combinations of that. So, but I haven't seen it in action, so I can't really fully comment on it.
And there you go. And no one's half the battle. Go, Joe.
All right, next question is from David Lee. And the question is, if you're not already, are you unlocking Imperial Probe Door today, and are you gearing it as a priority?
No idea. Nope. And if I do, yes.
Yeah, we're not unlocking him yet. Our guild is still, the RSG guild is still working on getting the troopers and everything together in order to do it. So I think we maybe had 2 or 3 people that were able to complete it this time. I got relatively close. I finished phase 1 this time, which was new. CLS in that second phase is just a beast.
Oh,
So
I got hosed yesterday. It was awful. I
Mhm.
killed Solo, and then but I lost my short trooper. But I'm like, that's a fair trade. All right, now they can't res, blah 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 blah. And then I'm like, all right, let's do this. And it's like, oh, dodge, wait, miss, no, it's nothing. No, no. It's like the game over.
Yeah, I got to that phase. I got CHS down to like half health, and then Luke went, and Luke just like annihilated everything. It was just like, oh god. Between him and then Rolo doing an AOE, and my characters are already kind of weak coming out of phase 1. It wasn't pleasant. So I'm getting closer. I think by next time, which is what, like 4 weeks away at this point, 3 weeks away.
3 weeks or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be ready for it.
I'll have it next time. I mean, I thought I was going to be okay this time, but I mean, I got to get Colonel Stark 7 stars, and then, yeah.
Yeah, I need to finish gearing up my Death Trooper and my Shore Trooper and my Stark a little bit more. I got the Stark up to speed, so he was able to
Death
do
Trooper
everything.
and Shore Trooper are gear 11. I think Veers is gear 11, and he's got the Zeta. But my Snow Trooper was gear 10. Stark was gear 10, but Stark was only 6 stars, and it's just not enough firepower, man. It's ridiculous.
All right. Next question is from. Let's see. Question is from Camille Buchowski, and the question is: do you think they will introduce Kyle Katarn to the game, or they don't care about old school players?
Of course, I care about old school players. Have you noticed some of the EU stuff they put in the game, like the Old Republic stuff? So I don't buy into that theory at all. I don't know Kyle Katarn or Katarn, if that's how you want to say it, is coming into the game. I mean, you're assuming that they're never going to do it. We don't know. They could introduce it into the game. So, you know. We've got Darth Nihilus and some other old school characters in the game, some that have never existed in the first place. Nihilus has never really been other than, KOTOR. So, I mean, yeah, there's always a possibility.
Yeah, I don't think, at least with all this new stuff, I don't think that there's anything off the table, essentially, is what they've shown. That everything is on the table at this point.
Yeah, so. That's positive. I mean, what I want my favorite characters in the game? Yeah. They're not here yet, but that's okay. Our Lord and Savior Revan will be here soon enough. And those who have faithfully followed and waited patiently shall be rewarded, and here and now in the afterlife. So that's all that matters.
All right. Next question is from David Cook. And the question is everyone ready for BB-8 to start tomorrow?
Huh?
Is the BB-8 event coming back tomorrow? I forgot.
Oh, I thought threw me off. I'm like, to start tomorrow. Like, what?
we did it, so we end up forgetting
about that. Yeah, that threw me completely off for a second. Yeah, if it is tomorrow, hell yeah, go get them.
That means we should be getting the Mythic event for, right? I think BB-8. Yeah, BB-8 has a Mythic event. We did it last time.
It was the Emperor's event this month. Didn't they talk about Emperor's Demise?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm missing something. Yeah, BB-8's event isn't coming tomorrow, so I'm confused about the question.
I'm excited for Wicket.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is he coming tomorrow?
Wicket's not tomorrow. He's in the event.
3 days.
Yeah, 3 days.
Oh. Great. Well, look, everybody. It's Sir Loki, the lightsaber builder, who it looked like last night got some prime rib as well.
I think he's maybe speculating that BB-8 is coming in that gap.
Oh. Okay.
I doubt it, but
no, I don't think he's coming yet. Cause he just came. When was the last time he was here?
The Jedi Ray event. So it was just like 2 months ago.
2 months ago? Yeah, not too soon. It's not how it works, buddy. So how was the prime rib, Loki?
Oh, it was good, man.
Isn't it
just got the little 12 ounce. It was fun, man. It was a good dinner.
Yeah, mine was 16 ounces. I devoured it.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm sorry. And I was still hungry. I can't believe I'm never doing the 10-day juice fast again. Sorry, it's just brutal. That's cool. Let's see. Next question, Finn.
Okay. Next question.
And we've got Loki here, so we have help.
Okay. So I'll ask this to Loki.
Yeah,
so the question is
let's make sure he's not eating a McMuffin and drinking coffee.
Nah, man, I don't need that stuff, man.
Why? McMuffins are good.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah, sausage McMuffins.
So Zeri SPC asks, who is one character that isn't meta or was once meta, who is in the game that you would like to see meta again?
Boy.
I want droids to come back, man. Seriously. I mean, Grievous. I mean, he was never meta, but I want him to be. So I'd probably say Grievous or like a faction of droids would be kind of cool. I mean, there's just so many of them. I really want Jedi to come back. They were meta at one point, I think. So I don't know. So, what do you think, Ranger?
I don't.
Too many.
I'm just having flashbacks of the old Dooku, old Ben Dodge meta. I'm like, no, I'm good. No.
I think they closed that up with R2-D2, man. You can't. Yeah. I mean, that's just it.
No more. Hey, we just got... I have no idea what we just got. Anton88 donated something. What is SEK? 50?
It's Swedish. Swedish.
Oh, it is? Oh, well, thank you, Anton. I don't know how much that is actually in our currency, but hey.
It's about $6.30.
All right, $6.30. We will take it. Thank you, sir. Very much appreciated.
It's about 10 times the amount of Canadian dollars. So.
Anything's more than the Canadian money.
It's on the upside.
Because I think T-Money's donated like $900 million to us, but it's like $12.13 with the exchange rate. So it's like... It's not good.
Yeah. No, it's not.
Yeah. So stop.
I wonder about the Jedi, though, as you were mentioning.
The Jedi.
There's a lot of people that have said that the Zeta Qui-Gon Jinn lead, and I was theory crafting about this in order for just to kind of play around and see what could work. But a Zeta Qui-Gon Jinn can potentially work against the new Emperor Palpatine teams, but I haven't actually seen it. Have you guys seen it or tested it yet against a Palpatine team?
I don't have Zeta Qui-Gon Jinn. Right now I don't plan on doing it. I guess it could. I mean, it's just, it's offense, right? But then you drop like crazy because the Jedi right now, I mean, on defense is just I mean, anything can be. So it's so bad. I don't know what that team needs, honestly. I mean, you would think it has a lot of damage with Qui-Gon Jinn lead. It's got a lot of speed, but it just, I don't know what it's missing.
Well, think about this. What about a Hermit Yoda, General Kenobi, Barriss, Anakin? Who else will we throw in there?
But Hermit Yoda won't get called as much under Qui-Gon as he would under Akbar.
Like, Hermit Yoda has to be like old Daka. I mean, he has to have a revive, Like, he needs something, because you can cheeseball that team and take out all 4 Jedi, and then he runs away. So it's just, it's stupid. I think it's a dumb mechanic, but he needs to be like old Daka equivalent. Like, he needs to revive the Jedi and they keep going,
Turns them into Force Ghosts.
Whatever, man.
That is why you failed.
All right. Next question is from Percival. And the question is, would old Ben or Kylo Ren unmask? Kylo Ren. I'm so rolling from yesterday. So, would old Ben or Kylo Ren unmask be better for a CLS, Han Solo, R2, and Thrawn team, as I don't have General Kenobi yet?
Well, you mean your first instinct is to say old Ben Kenobi, right? But man, the more I play with Kylo Ren, if you have the Zeta for him, so he has the taunt and everything, boy. I mean, if you had the Zeta on Kylo Ren and Mass, both of them, they're Loki. between him and Old Ben. Let's say Old Ben has his Zeta 2. Who would you pick for that team?
That's a tough one.
It is a tough one.
They both bring something good to the table. Kylo Ren on Mass is kind of like a Thrawn, like with his stun, because it stuns for 2 turns. It's unavoidable. It's kind of like Fracture in a sense. I mean, you can cleanse the stun, don't get me wrong, but a 2-turn stun like that's unavoidable is pretty good. And then you have a stun with Han Solo, and then CLS stuns, and you gotta. It sounds good. It's hard, man, because you do have to have the Zetas for either Old Ben or Kylo Ren on Mass. I mean, General Kenobi, right? You don't even need any Zetas for that guy. That's why he's so good.
Yeah,
so, I hate to give you advice on who to run, because eventually you will get General Kenobi, right? So I'd hate for you to pop a Zeta on, and then when you get GK, you're gonna replace him anyway. So, in that sense, I would probably lean Old Ben, because he's got his taunt already. You don't need the Zeta. I mean, the Zeta is so his taunt comes back up, right, when it gets dispelled, but he's got a taunt already. Kylo's got a taunt, but you want the Zeta just so he turns into an auto taunter, from the start.
Plus he gets protection, health back, and all that other stuff. I mean, hey, it's International Day because Kamil Puchalatsky just donated PLN 25. I think that's Polish money, right? Am I wrong? Finn, our international translator?
Yes, it is Polish money.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Very much appreciated. Thank you, guys. I feel like it's International House of Pancakes Day. We're getting all kinds of different kinds of money and stuff.
I'm trying to be good and go to the gym afterwards, and you're going to make me go to Denny's, because now they have...
I didn't tell you to go to Denny's. I'm just saying it's International Health. I was making a reference, Finn. That's you drawing your own correlation to food.
I know. Well, if you mention pancakes around me, what the hell do you think is going to happen?
Shut up, Finn.
And Denny's has a new $4 all-you-can-eat pancakes and everything.
No, don't be eating that. I will say, if you want to go to Denny's and get some eggs and some certain meats and stuff, that's good. Protein after you work out is not bad. I don't have a problem with that, but don't be getting pancakes with all that maple syrup and butter and shit.
They just came out with like caramel pancakes or something in my area. They're giving them out for free.
You're not helping, Loki, and I think you're doing it on
like
purpose.
It's like a big sign in front of the Denny's. It says, "Come in and get free dulce de leche pancakes." I was like, wow, that's cool. Anyway, but going back to the question, if you're gonna build First Order, I would go Kylo Ren on Mass. But if you just want the general all-purpose tank that you can throw in anywhere, go Old Ben.
Yeah, it's not bad.
So that I'll leave it at that.
Protein pancakes. Shut up. No, Danilo. No, wrong.
What?
Don't
He's not wrong.
Yeah, he's trying to get you to eat them by lying. The protein pancakes. Finn will be like, "Oh,
I'll get him with bacon. Don't worry. If I get pancakes, I'll get him with bacon."
No.
Bacon is protein.
It is. You can have some bacon. That's not bad. That's okay. Get the turkey bacon.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Not as tasty. All right. Next question is from Jedi Gunny 262. And the question is, do you think CG changed their plans for The Last Jedi due to backlash from the fan base? Surprisingly, we only got a few characters from the movie.
Well, yet. We could get some more. You know, they kind of did it. Remember, Rogue One, we had characters going into March and April. You know, we were just getting like Pow and Bodhi and stuff. I mean, because remember, we have right in the middle of the Rogue One drops, we got Nihilus. So, yeah.
So what other characters do you think they would introduce from The Last Jedi, potentially, if they were to introduce any more?
I still think the Praetorian Guard is coming. I think Hux is coming because they need more bad guys. I don't see any more on the Resistance side, but there'll be a couple more characters. That wouldn't shock me at all, you know, if they brought those in there. And then I think that'll be it. It'll be March, so maybe be one or two more. And then April, they're going to start getting ready for the Han Solo movie. That's when we'll start seeing, like, you know, Oh, Lord. Bmonster donated $2. Says, try to donate spam currency, but I couldn't. Well, thank God. We know you love spam, Bmonster.
Spam is the new Bitcoin. That's how it works.
I know they are, Paul Bracamonte. They are. Stop it. You just be quiet. Finn will not eat those. He'll come with some bullshit excuse. He's like, "Well, I went there and I tried to get them, but one thing led to another.
They just gave me regular pancakes.
And I was having Twinkie pancakes with chocolate chips."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they thought chocolate chips were protein, so they just threw them on there. And I told them it's not, and then they gave me syrup. So that's the way it works.
It's awful.
All right. So let's see. Next question is from Keyboard, similarly, and I think you answered it, is Hux coming to the game?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. I tend to agree. I hope so. I also still think that there's going to be a Haldo capital ship coming. So I'm still working on my First Order Special Forces. I think that ship is coming.
Yeah. It's a good call.
Right. Next question is from Jeff Huffman. So his question is, with the following speeds, so he has his Veers at 227, his Death Trooper at 198, his Shore Trooper at 167, his Stark at 208, his Snow Trooper at 196. And that's the turn order that they're going. So he wants to know why it's going Veers, Death Trooper, Shore Trooper, Stark, Snow, when Death Trooper is 198, Shore is 167, and Stark is 208 going after them.
Who's going first?
Veers.
Well, he gives them speed, right? He gives everybody speed. There must be a turn meter mechanic or something that I'm missing.
Yeah, so he'll do his special, right, which will call all Imperial troopers to go. I'm trying to see which ones gain a buff. Shore Trooper is going to gain a buff off the bat with his auto taunt. So he'll gain 10% turn meter from Veers' lead. Death Trooper will attack and do his basic, but his basic doesn't do...
It doesn't...
Yeah, his basic isn't going to give him a buff.
Yeah, just...
because he does... Is it because he does speed up? Is that what it is?
But Veer shouldn't do his basic, right? Because Veer should do his special on turn 1, which would call everyone else. And I'm trying to think if any of the other characters randomly give anybody a buff on using like a basic or something like that. Stark doesn't.
During attack, Veers deal physical damage to target enemy with a 70% chance each to grant speed up for 2 turns to General Veers and a random Imperial Trooper ally who doesn't have it.
Right, but that's Veers' basic. If Veers is going first, he's going to use his Ruthless Assault.
Well, you're assuming that we're putting this on auto, but...
That's true. So if Veers is doing a basic first...
If he uses his basic first, which you probably want to do, because if you AoE those damn things, they're going to shoot that snot out of you.
Yeah. Yeah, in that case, you're right.
So that's probably why you're getting that speed up. That's the only thing I can think of, because nobody else has that, so...
Yeah, you'd have to be putting speed up on Death Trooper, and then, so Death Trooper is going first, then Shore Trooper, because he gained turn meter from the taunt, so, and then Stark and Snow, because they didn't gain anything, so they go in order. He's saying that Death Trooper is always going second, though, and the basic should make it random, so...
I don't know. We'd have to see what happened and look at what buffs are leaning where and what's doing what. I mean, it's kind of hard to speculate that one.
Yeah, it should be random. So Death Trooper may be coincidence, depending on how many times you tested that. You're saying the order is consistent. I guess it varies.
I'm not sure why that's happening.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Because the only buffs that I see that are happening would be the speed up from Veers and then the taunt by Shore Trooper. So I can see Shore Trooper going ahead of Stark and Snow. Death Trooper is the only one that's a little perplexing, but
it's very perplexing.
We just have to see it in order to see the mechanic. But likely it's because Veers is giving him speed up with his basic. All right. Next question. Oh, another Imperial Trooper question. Okay. So we'll give this one to Loki. Anton88 says, I'm working on Imperial Troopers. Which other tunes can I use on my second Empire squad? Veers is on my first Darkside Zeta squad with the Imperial Troopers. Which Darkside should I Zeta next?
Oh, you want to use Palp, Vader, Thrawn? That team rock and rolls, man. I mean, I did it yesterday. I was like, I win. I could just see the Rebels being like, hey, what's the name of this game? I win. Sorry. Who was it? I ran, because I used Shore Trooper in my Trooper squad. So I think I used Royal Guard. It was Emperor Palpatine lead, Vader, Thrawn, Royal Guard, and Grand Moff Tarkin, and just knocked the snot out of it. And then you have your troopers with the other Imperial squad, and then the other team I'm using is First Order. So those are the dark side, ones that I'm using, and I had no problem with the battles. Again, Bounty Hunter, last battle, and then of course Imperial Probe Droids got the last battle. I just had the worst luck, man. How do you kill Han Solo and have it in the bag, and then all of a sudden they dodge everything, Finn, and come back and smoke your butt? Hate it.
That's called RNG.
I mean, word.
All right. Next question is for Loki.
Oh.
I'll say it clearly this time. So, question is from Danilo Papayas. I know you were mentioning Wicket earlier, Loki. So his question is, I did pretty good despite not finishing it in the last Wicket event. Should I use my credit heist money in order to level up my Ewoks?
So that's not the bonus tier, right?
I'm assuming it's not the bonus tier because you can use any characters for the bonus. So right. I'm going to assume it's the first tier.
Yeah, I mean, eventually you want to unlock the bonus tier. So however you need to get it done, I would do it because that's another opportunity to get free Zetas. So in my eyes, that was the reason why I wailed out on Wicket like day one, was because I said, "Oh, look, I have a chance to get 4 Zetas, right? On one, it's like 2 to 4, right? So anyway, you can get the Zetas, I would go for it. So, just slowly level them up. I mean, I wouldn't, if you can get it done with level 80, do it. If you can't, then it's not a bad, it's not a bad decision. You can use Ewoks in Territory Wars eventually. So when you got them leveled up, it's a good team. So I would say yes.
I'm looking at my Ewoks right now. I could do some leveling and stuff. It makes me nauseous thinking that I might.
Yeah, any way you can get free Zetas during those events, like the Mother Talzin bonus tier and all that, I mean, go for it. Because it's just going to speed up your farming. And then you can use your ship currency if you still have, you can use your ship currency for other stuff in the shop if you have to, right? So it's gonna help you out in the long run.
Hey, we just got $2 from Free Dumb, and he said, "Is RSG down with OPP?" Well, you know me.
So the answer is no.
What do you mean?
All right.
I don't have people's problems, man.
I got 99 problems, but that ain't one. All right. Next question is from D-Lord Dragos for Loki. And the question, Loki, is, have you maxed out Sith Marauder?
No, I have not. I'm on the fence about him.
I am too. Big time.
They're going to rework or if there's a bug or something, but he's very underwhelming from what I've seen. I mean, yeah, he's not what we all thought. So I don't know if we need him for the raid. Maybe I'll well out. I don't know yet, but right now I haven't.
Well, he might not be available to whale out on by that time, right? Because they only keep the pack, for how much longer is the pack there? 20 days. So they would have to release the raid in that time period.
Which
I got 20 days to decide.
The Marauder pack.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really bad. I mean, during the stream last night, I think you guys had a lot of good points about, do you max out the generic characters, right? That's there isn't any meta generic characters ever. I mean, Sith Assassin at one point, maybe. But yeah, I mean, historically there hasn't been any generic characters that have been meta. So in any mode. First Order Officer, I did well out on that guy. He serves his purpose in territory wars and stuff, but I wanted him for the First Order team. The thing is we got a lot of Sith to build good teams with, and it's hard to substitute the Marauder for somebody right now. That's just, I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. All right. Next question is from Brandon Ramos, and the question is: I have Zeta Qui-Gon Jinn, Zeta Hermit Yoda, and Zeta Barriss together with General Kenobi and Anakin, all 7-star. How viable can this team be at max gear in Arena? We were just talking about this one, right? So Zeta Qui-Gon Jinn, Zeta Yoda, Zeta Hermit Yoda, Zeta Barriss, Kenobi, and Anakin.
I mean, some teams you'll do well on. A lot of teams you're going to get crushed.
I don't like the single tank, but the problem is it's a double healing team.
Yeah.
So you're using one tank. The problem is if Kenobi gets fractured, your team is going to fall apart.
Right.
Because your only damage dealer is Anakin, and he's going to be exposed. As soon as you crit on him, he's going to get crit immunity from Kenobi. There's not going to be a secondary taunt.
Yeah, I think that's a tough one. I mean, it's tough. Because I think running General Kenobi not in the lead. I always want to have that guy in the lead if I can, especially with Barriss.
Yeah. I would say I can see it working against Night Sisters because you're just overhealing with all of the plague, so you'll be able to counter the plague. But I can't see the rest of it.
Correct. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I really love Ezra. I mean, if you can squeeze Ezra on that team, you just need damage. I mean, Anakin's not enough. That's the problem. And he's squishy as hell.
Yeah. And then Hermit Yoda is like Loki was saying, doesn't really do anything. Like he heals, but as soon as you kill the other 4, then Hermit Yoda runs away. So it's almost like a 5-on-4. So you're really kind of getting gimped there.
Cray.
Yeah. All right. Next question from Brandon Ramos. Question is, I currently barely hold top 100 with my Kylo Ren Unmasked First Order team, all max gear Zeta'd out except for Kylo Ren Unmasked, who is missing his second Zeta, and gear 11 at 6-star. So I'm wondering if I should finish him or move on.
Say that one more time.
So he has a First Order team, Kylo Ren Unmasked lead. He doesn't have his unique Zeta, and Kylo Ren Unmasked is currently at gear 11 and 6-star. Except for that, everyone else has their Zeta and is maxed out. So he wants to know, should I finish my Kylo Ren Unmasked because he can barely hold top 100, or should he move on to a different character?
He's not running First Order, right?
He is running First Order. It's a full First Order team with a Kylo Ren Unmasked team with a max gear and Zeta'd out First Order team.
Fully Zeta'd out?
Except for Kylo Ren Unmasked unique.
That one's kind of important to have.
I would need to see your roster, I think, on how far you are on other stuff. But his other Zeta is really good, so I don't think it's a bad idea to finish off his Zeta.
I would too.
He's at a reasonably expensive, not reasonably priced Cantina node. So getting him to 7-star shouldn't be too bad, and then you can finish him off. And they're viable.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't see any issue. If you like First Order and you're using them, they can move up the ranks more than that. The only issue is kind of like what we've always said. If you have kind of like a different squad, you're often going to be targeted. So holding top 100 may not be that you can't beat teams, but it's that you're getting attacked because your team is easier than the Emperor Palpatine teams or the Jedi Rey teams or the Night Sister teams. that's going to be your downfall no matter what. But the Kylo Ren Unmasked Zeta, once you put it on his unique, you can put him in other squads too. So he's pretty.
Yeah, I would keep it going. If you want to have, I mean, in my opinion, if you want to have like a top 50 or even like a top 20 first order team, you got to slide in Zeta Barris on that team for Arena. You got to run like the big three. I mean, the big three for me on them is Kylo Ren Unmasked lead, and then have First Order Stormtrooper, and then Zeta Barris. Between those three, you got the double taunter, and then Barris's heal is going to stack with Kylo Ren's healing, and it's like two walls, right, of tanks.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there you can throw in regular Kylo Ren if you got him Zeta'd, and then maybe First Order TIE Pilot, or First Order Executioner if you got him. But that's not a bad top 20 team, and you can climb. You can beat Night Sisters with it on offense. You can beat Emperor Palpatine. It's not too bad.
Mm-mm.
And the other thing, obviously, we can't see your entire roster. Mods may make a difference as well. So depending on just what you have there, if you're running a different team, then you'll need to make sure your mods are up to speed. Otherwise, you're going to get targeted, and if you don't have a little bit of an advantage there, it's going to be harder up. So just always to keep that in mind too. Okay, next question is from Raza972.
Okay.
And the question is, what Ewoks lineup would you use for the upcoming event? I want my Zetas. So I'm assuming you're not talking about the bonus tier, because bonus tier you can use any characters once you get to that bonus. I'm assuming you're saying you want your Zetas because you want to collect the Wicket shards. So for the first part of that event, what team do you guys run for your Ewoks?
I don't, so go ahead. Skip me.
All right. So, Loki, what do you use? And no, you're done with yours, right?
Yeah, I was all done. I mean, at that point, I think it was a Chirpa. It was Chirpa, Scout, Paplu, Logray, Ewok Elder, I think is what I use.
And then
once you get Wicket,
mm-hmm.
And then once you get Wicket, then you sub out Ewok Elder, and then you got two DPS dealers in Scout and Wicket now going.
Yeah, you use a completely different team than I do. So I use a Tebow lead with an Ewok Elder, a Chirpa, a Logray, and a Wicket. And essentially, I'm just trying to keep Ewok Elder stealth the entire time. So I'm using Wicket and then Tebow's lead in order to keep Ewok Elder stealth so he doesn't get attacked. And then just use him to res up the other characters. Logray with his daze will help to prevent some of the extra attacks that can go on there. So, yeah. That's the team I use. All right.
Now, to unlock the bonus tier, you just need a 7-star Wicket, right?
Correct.
Or you need to clear the second one and then get a 7-star Wicket. Is that what it is?
No, I think you just need a 7-star Wicket according to that description.
Okay. Yep.
Next question is from Abhaya Basanyat Kai, and the question is, what are the best ways to farm the vets? I'm going to farm them starting next week. Any tips? Patience.
Yeah.
It's a slow farm, unfortunately. Unless you... Are they even in shipments anymore? I don't think they're in shipments anymore. I haven't even paid attention. No, I actually see Veteran Smuggler Chewie in my shipments now. So... if you are, it's unlikely that Jedi Ray is going to show up like this week or probably even next week. But if you are planning on trying to get Jedi Ray at the next time she comes, and maybe she comes in like April or May, depending on what your income is for crystals, you may want to start saving up crystals for a panic buy of the veterans from the shipments. And with that, if that is your ultimate goal and you're not really planning on using these characters, I would probably recommend keeping both of your characters even. So, like, raise one character to 5-star and then raise the other character to 5-star. That way, if you need to buy the shards from the shipments, you don't have one that's already done, and then you have to waste a shipment where you can't buy the shards because you already have like Han 7-star and you just need Chewie or something like that. So I may try to level them up evenly if the only goal for them is to use them for Jedi Ray. I would try and farm them evenly, save up crystals for a potential panic buy for the next time the event comes. Anything else you guys have? All right.
You said it well.
Next two questions are for Loki here, and they're from Freedom and Ewokin. So the first part is, have you ever gotten more than 2 Zetas from the Mother Talzin or the Wicked bonus tier? And the other question is, don't you feel like they should give anyone who wailed out on Wicked and Talzin a full Zeta since they are making them farmable now?
No.
I wish, I mentioned on a stream a couple streams ago, I wish they ran these events more frequently, because I feel like, I wailed out on these 2 characters and then the event just didn't recur enough to, make it worth my while, I guess, and anybody else that wailed out on Wicked and Mother Talzin in the beginning. So I feel cheated right there, because they made a big deal. They were like, oh, if you get them, then you get these exclusive rewards and whatever you want to call it, right? So and they did. They made a big deal about that. So to the first question, I've gotten the 4 Zetas before. I got it once, but normally it's only like 2, right? So it either drops 2 or 4. I don't know if even if it drops 3, but I've gotten 2s and 4s. 4 once. And then for the second question, yeah, I don't know. I think moving forward, if they're gonna do that and kind of advertise, hey, Wicked's only available in this one event, and he's never gonna be available ever again, and you get exclusive rewards, they need to stick to that, because that's BS to me. That's like saying all of a sudden, oh, hey, you can now get General Kenobi shards in the shipments, right? It's just, they're not sticking to their word, so I don't like that.
All right, and quick clarification. So Raza972 says, for the Wicked bonus tier, you do have to complete the first tier. So just to clarify when you were asking about earlier, so it looks like you do have to complete the first before you can do the bonus. But for the bonus, all you need is a 7-star Wicked. Okay. Next question is from Vlad NWA, and we can go around the corn on this one. If you were going to build a Sith team, who would be in it?
Oh, well, Revan, Scion, Traya, me, Loki. No, that's not right. Let's see.
You can't include Tits. Tits is Dark Talon.
I was going to, but I stopped myself after me and Loki. If it's just characters in the game, you got to have Assassin in there, right? I would go Maul Lead, Assassin Trooper. Who else do I want on that team? Zeta Savage. I don't know. Who else? Who would be a 5th one, Loki, or are you thinking something totally different?
I don't know. I mean, right now, I'd probably try EP Lead with the Zetas.
I like EP Lead and Vader with Thrawn and them, and then have another team that's just Sith, all Sith.
I'm a little bit with Loki on this one. I think I would like to try an EP Lead. So the interesting thing is with Vader, you don't necessarily need to have Assassin super fast. So I may try to have actually a really low speed modded Sith Assassin. So you have Emperor Palpatine and Vader. Vader goes first, gives everyone turn meter, and then Sith Assassin may not be full at the end of that. So maybe Sith Assassin ends up like 99% or something like that, if possible. And so then all the other Sith go, then Sith Assassin goes, and then Sith Assassin gives a boost to the entire Sith. So now they're even faster onto their second round. So it may end up being something just as simple as Emperor Palpatine, Vader, Sith Assassin, Sith Trooper, and maybe a Nihilus, because then Nihilus could do a turn meter reduction. So yeah, I think that's what I would initially think of: Emperor Palpatine, Vader, Nihilus, Sith Trooper, Sith Assassin, with a slow modded Sith Assassin to try and make it so she will be the last one to go after the turn meter boost by Vader.
Right. See, I still like the idea of having like 2 tunes that could shock. So I'd love to throw, if I had like a Zeta Dooku, I'd love to throw him under Palpatine lead Zeta. I think that would be pretty. That'd be pretty annoying. And then have like Vader and I like the mechanic with Vader and Emperor Palpatine. They can go twice if they land their debuffs, right? Because they're both Empire and Sith, which is makes that leader really, really great. I mean, I still got to throw Nihilus in that team, and then probably like Sith Trooper. That's what I would run. So I'd run the EP lead with a Zeta Dooku, a Vader, and then Nihilus, because Nihilus does that debuff, and then as you know, you get that permanent debuff, right? That health down, and then that helps EP lead speed up everybody, right? And then just have Sith Trooper there, and then hopefully you can keep doing the special abilities to keep proccing Sith Trooper's taunt. So that's what I would do.
And there you go.
So I saw this question in chat, but I forgot to copy it. So I forgot who asked it, but it's relevant to what we were just talking about. How do you guys rate the Zeta unique on Darth Nihilus? Especially in the current climate of the game. I tend to love it with the Emperor Palpatine lead now, because he just puts a debuff on you on your turn instead of like their turn, right? So whenever the opponent goes, all of a sudden you're getting these debuffs that if they cleanse, you're just feeding everyone turn meter.
Yeah, it's based. What it turns into is your whole team, because it's Sith and Empire get 5% turn meter when it expires, right?
Mm-hmm.
When any debuff expires. Yeah. So you're guaranteeing your team to get 5 to 10, 15% turn meter, right? If everybody on the other side has health down and it expires like all at the same time or one after another, it speeds up your whole team. So I love that mechanic. I mean, I saw a guy on my shard, he's running Old Ben with all the Sith, and he does a whole bunch of debuffs with his mind tricks. And then when that whole thing expires, his whole team gets 100% turn meter right away. Silly. But yeah, I think it's still viable. It's more viable now with EP lead. I mean, I don't think it's like top 5 anymore, but it's I think it's in the top 10 still.
All right, and we can do one last question here before the hour is up. So the question is from, let me see which one I'll pick. Let's go with this one, from Kaya Apollinario. And the question is, I use General Kenobi Gear 12, Zeta Barris Gear 11, a Zeta Hermit Yoda Gear 10, double Zeta R2-D2 Gear 11, and a Zeta CLS. Should I replace CLS with Wampa or Probe Droid to defeat Jedi raid teams to stay in the top 30?
Ooh.
Who was the leader?
Kenobi. So the overall, the team is Kenobi, Barris, Hermit Yoda, R2-D2, and CLS.
Oh, man.
And the answer cannot be switch to Night Sisters.
Yeah, switch to Night Sisters.
Oh, actually, I do have one other question to ask Loki after this one.
Wow.
That's a tough one, man.
It really is.
It's a lot of healing, but again, it's not a lot of damage, so...
Yeah, that's the problem.
And you don't have anything necessarily to trigger Probe Droid to go early. right? You don't have, unless you're facing a Jedi Ray team, so you're not getting health reduction from like a Palpatine or a Plague or something like that. So I kind of don't like Imperial Probe Droid, but I also am not sure I like Wampa in that team either. That's a hard one.
It is. Sweet buttercups.
I mean, I guess try it. You know, if you can stay in the top 30, then yeah, I mean, you made the right decision. But I mean, even Imperial Probe Droid, you need Probe Droid like Zeta and maxed out for him to hang in the top 30, in my opinion. And then the problem is you'll have a lot of Night Sisters probably in your arena. So Night Sisters right away, you know, they activate your Probe Droid right away with Plague, right? Or not Plague, but Mother Talzin's AoE prematurely activates Probe Droid, and then the AI just blows up something, right? And then Night Sisters, revive. So it's not. It would have been cool if Probe Droid, like whoever he took out, couldn't be revived. I think that would be badass, but that's not the case. So, that's a tough one. I shoot.
Yeah.
Hard, yeah.
Yeah, it's a hard team composition to go against Jedi Ray. So,
well, you fight Jedi Ray with your GK Zeros, right, Finn, or you don't anymore?
I did, but then it became so much easier with Night Sisters that I didn't bother.
Right.
So, I mean, you can use a much lower geared Night Sisters to take out a Jedi Ray. All you need is a strong tank, like a Kenobi, and your Kenobi's gear 12. So if you just do like the standard Mother Talzin, Asajj Ventress, Zombie, Daka, Kenobi, you don't even really need any Zetas. Zetas help, but
Did she have Thrawn? I mean, I would think Thrawn would be a better sub than
Thrawn could be a good one too, yeah. Getting in that fracture.
You need that fracture against Jedi training Rey. I mean, if you don't have anything else, like the fracture is going to buy you time, and then you can chip away at everything else on that team. That's a tough one.
Oh, and she's I'm assuming it's a she from what I can tell. But saying there aren't Night Sisters on her shard. So if there aren't Night Sisters on your shard, be the first. Night Sisters will dominate Jedi Ray. You might be able to hold the plates better too. All right, and one last question here, Loki, is from Anparu. He had asked this question beforehand, and I forgot to queue it up here for you once you joined. He wants to know how you can use Night Sisters in order to beat Emperor Palpatine teams.
Everybody wants to know that, man. Shoot. I need to go back and start using. For the past week, I've been using Jedi Training Ray just for shits and giggles. But right now, you need a good fifth that's going to, just off the top of my head, you need something that's going to either do tenacity up or it's going to disrupt the other team to buy you time with the Night Sisters. So right off the bat, I mean, you can run Thrawn as a fifth, I think, would give you the control that you need. I almost want to say, you want maybe run Rex or something in that fifth, but you need the tenacity up. I can see the issue with it. And people have been messaging me and they're saying, hey, what do you use? And I'm like, it's tough. I mean, once they start landing debuffs and the Night Sisters start doing their thing, they basically run out of time. So that whole team, I've seen it, man. I mean, a Night Sister team versus a EP lead team on defense, I've seen it go down in like a minute. It's insane. It's like Emperor Palpatine lead was the hard counter to Night Sisters. So that's a tough one. You can try Talia. There's a couple guys on my shard. They start running Talia again. So you get that initial cleanse, and then they heal a lot with Talia. But right now, there's no like definitive. I mean, it's tough with Kenobi, and it's tough with Zeta Barris. I'll tell you that right now, from what I've seen and what I've run myself. So, I'd say maybe try Thrawn and see what you can do with it.
There you go.
All right, and that's the end of questions.
And Finn gets a call.
Yep.
That's how it works. All right, so we'll end the stream here. Hope everybody got some other questions answered. And if you have more questions, hop into our Discord. That's what it's there for. And we'll try to help you out there. We got a great group of community of people that will be able to help you with your answers and stuff. Also, make sure you like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Support the channel. Links about everything we have going on are down below. We're streaming tomorrow, same time for the lunch stream. So if you're eating your lunch, you just need something to listen to, by all means, go ahead. And then if you want to listen to this later on, if your lunch is a little bit later, then you can download the stream with the podcast store and listen to us there. And then remember, this weekend we got the Jedi Academy. Finn has failed me and will not be there, as you all heard, so it'll just be me. Hopefully Loki can be there. Finn's screwing us. I'm just throwing that out there. He's going to a baby shower. And then yeah, so check out all this other stuff we've got. We've got a bunch of stuff on the channel for you guys. So come into our Discord, ask questions. That's what it's all about. Join the community. That's what we live for. So on behalf of myself, Loki the Lightsaber Builder, and Dr. Finn Medicine Woman, the Pancake Eater, thank you all for being here today. We really appreciate it. Everybody have a great rest of your day, and we will holler at you later. Bye.